Hello.
Say hello, everybody.
Goodbye.
Hello, everybody.
Say hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
How are you doing?
Welcome back to another episode of Saturday Night Gaming.
Woo. Maybe.
For those that tuned in last week on Twitch, we had a pretty intense confrontation between the two groups.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty enwrapped.
It ended with the character deaths of a few. Sad deaths, too. Even for those that weren't here.
No.
I died and I wasn't even here to see it.
You weren't even
You
here.
didn't need to be here to see it. What?
You had to
I
get
didn't
caught
even
up
get
later.
to see my own funeral.
But yes, for those listening right now, we are on Twitch, which we're currently streaming. You will also be able to listen to this later on our podcast as we bring the audio over. As you can explore the story and see what happens next. To catch everybody up, what happened in the last week is the snap happened. Snap heard around the world.
Oh. As everyone's listening.
Nathan.
Wow,
did.
Nathan, get in.
He just,
I'll
just
try
ruined
to
it.
start sharing this.
Wow, trying to share? How dare you? I'm kidding. Please.
But half the world population gone, just like that.
And we know that.
You guys have figured it out by now. We are now starting about day 23, so 23 days in since the snap happened.
Yeah, I just went through my Facebook and like half of them were gone.
You just got unfriended.
Yeah.
Like, for whatever reason, you tried finding me again, but their profiles were just, like, deleted.
Did the snap also delete their profile?
Mm-hmm.
Did it delete Mark Zuckerberg?
Is he gone in
And-
snap?
Student loans remained.
Doom takes
Oh,
over.
dang.
Facebook.
No!
But there's nobody left to collect
It's a
them.
good thing my guy is uneducated.
Half the people are gone that collected on them.
I came to a different school.
You and your free tuition at your magical schools.
Yep.
Did you go to Hogwarts?
Better, because you have to pay to go to Hogwarts.
Do you?
Yes, you did.
Like, they gave you a list of stuff you have to buy.
That's a good point. That is a very good point.
Every year you have to buy.
No, that's public school too. Like, they're like, oh, make sure you have this, make sure you have at least these, make sure you bring this
All
for your
right.
teachers. Why is the school not paying for this stuff?
Exactly.
Now that we've got
Well, that's not necessarily the school he went to.
Nope.
He
I
went
just got
to.
picked up off the side of the street and they
All
just
right.
started training.
So you were a homeless baby.
I could have been.
He had a
We will
messed up
find out
life.
more about him in just a moment.
Yes.
You had a terrible life. I
Oh,
thought mine
man.
was bad.
So to bring everybody kind of back up to speed, yes, that's where we're at. 23 days later, the snap happened. Atticus and Donnie remained, which Donnie's not here tonight. But you guys remained out of your party. Paul and Charles were dusted.
Donnie's away mourning Paul's death.
Yes, very
Still?
much so.
Yes.
Wait, it was
It's
Donnie.
only been 23
Huh?
days,
Was
sir.
Donnie Dan?
Yeah, that's Dan.
So he literally just changed the letter in his name.
He always does that.
Yeah, I was about to say. I think in the last game he was Danny.
Eddie.
Will he
Eddie.
be Denny
Okay.
next?
So,
done.
anyways, our group has changed up a little bit. We've got a visitor. Say hi, Doom.
Oh, hi, Doom.
Hey, dude.
Doom,
I saw
doom,
it
doom,
Doom
doom.
remained. Doom did not get dusted.
Of course not.
Doom told the snap, no, this ain't happening.
No means no. Actually, Doom does
He
have
Chuck
experience
Norris
with
did.
infinity energy. Perhaps he could like somehow avoid being snapped up.
He felt that coming was like, no.
Doom is too important to go away.
Oh, Doom is a fixed point.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
I like
see
that.
what you said there.
I like that. All right, so let's go ahead and go around here. Obviously, everybody's met Doom. If you've been listening to the previous ones, the Inferno Squad, he's been in that. And Atticus has been in the Immortal Shield, which you found how mortal they were this past week.
Oh, yeah, they were.
And Squishy.
No, yeah, they were.
Oh, and now we're joined, though, by Nathan. Say hi.
Hey.
And Kyle. All right, and Nathan is playing.
Fushi. A practitioner of the arcane arts, student of Wong, and a little bit of Strange, but
Are you calling yourself a little strange?
Yeah, I was like,
I could be.
Or are you saying you're a student of Doctor Strange? 'Cause
Yes.
Those are two different things.
Yes. I say yes to both.
I will take it.
And Kyle was playing.
Alexander Miyabi.
Oh, I
He
love
is.
that name.
Oh, thank
It's a
you.
great name.
Thank you, thank you.
You say Miyagi?
Miyabi.
Oh, Miyabi. I take it back.
Oh.
It's still cool though.
Yeah, it sounds like a sports car.
No, but he's a reality bender and perception manipulator. So yeah.
All right.
And social media influencer.
I don't know about that.
You have reality bending powers. You know how much money you could be making?
you could be spreading fake news everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, anybody can do that with the internet.
I should go get hired by Fox. I'll be right back.
We're gonna do with your superpower. Spread fake news.
We got guys for that already.
Well, yeah, but I got better special effects than they do. Doesn't matter real.
All right.
Oh yeah, we just make a movie. And
So-
special effects, you just create it.
Where we're gonna start off. Okay, Atticus, you and Alexander have already met previously. You guys kind of unknowingly were
Okay, let's.
drawn to each other due to the energies from the Infinity Stones. All right, and we're at the point now to where you guys were just given the grave news. What happened? That there's no way of undoing it.
At which point I just keel over in a corner. Not again.
What?
Alexander's like, if I was there, if I'd been a part of this, that wouldn't have happened. But so Donnie and Atticus have been having conversations, and Donnie just keeps reminiscing about Paul and saying he was a great friend, and you know, if he could go back in time and speak with him, and you know, he would tell him all these things, which gave Atticus an idea.
That's always a bad thing.
Atticus has learned how to manipulate tachyon particles previously, thanks to his study of the Silver Samurai before the events happened.
Before he's not there anymore. So it's good I got him beforehand.
I
He's
believe
not there anymore?
He might be dead or busted.
Snapped out, probably. Me.
I believe the event's actually called the decimation event. It's actually the official term.
The what?
Decimation.
The dustimation?
Decimation, yes.
The
Sorry, I don't know what that word is. I'm just
the decimation of Thanos?
Decimation. You decimate.
The decimation of
the dustimation.
Yes.
the defecation of Thanos.
Your intelligence is supposed to be higher than that.
Oh, it is. I'm just changing reality because they're my words now.
So Atticus had came up with this idea of what if we could.
And I know a guy. that
Who
might
knows a
be able to
guy?
Help me
Oh.
with this idea that I have.
That has the tech that you could potentially use, since your base of operations kind of went kablooey.
Yeah, I kind of did that to myself.
Yeah,
What?
you
Way
blew
to
your
go.
lab.
What happened?
You uploaded to the cloud and blew everything up.
Yeah.
I didn't do it.
Dang.
Don't look at me.
I'm gone for one session.
I was trying to eat the well.
I'm going for one session, guys.
He
I
did.
mean, it was the final session.
Kyle did try to eat you.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going for a session, they jump out of a plane and almost die.
Yes.
You're going for a session, the entire raft blows up.
Well, first you tried shocking us to death, and I saved everyone from that.
And then I was like, well,
It
And
wasn't
then you
gonna
tried
kill
blowing
you.
us
It
up.
was just gonna hurt you and knock you unconscious.
It was just gonna stun you.
it was
I
just a
don't
taste.
like that still.
Alright, so let's go and bring it in. So, Atticus, you have reached out to Doom, and you have proposed something that, as you tell him, that he would find very interesting proposition. And so you've had him meet you at the docks where
Talks.
he brought you
By the
after the raft
interior
exploded.
He's going to proposition you.
Alright?
Or no, he's going.
At
to
this
the-
point, Fushi is not here yet.
Nope.
Alexander is, though.
Alexander Hamilton?
You beat me to it.
Can I spell my name? I'm just kidding.
So,
Alright.
If Richard was here, then there'd be three of us. Going.
Doom, you arrive in Doom fashion.
How do you how do I arrive?
Does he drive his van?
No, it was destroyed.
But you have a van
Do
maker.
you Iron Man land?
Iron Man land, yeah.
The Iron Band lands.
Well, my technology is based on Stark's in this world. And it was a mixture of Stark, my own technology, and magic.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Nice.
Triple threat.
Threat.
So so you arrive, you just fall from the sky and just.
Yeah, superhero Tony Stark landing.
The 3-point landing.
Yeah. Like I land my fist.
Right.
Yeah.
Like as in when he lands, he only gets a 3 out of 10 kind of 3-point landing.
Not, I get 10 out of 10.
Oh, okay.
Knee,
Stand
fist.
Like 7 feet tall.
That was knee foot fist.
Same difference.
You're about 7 feet tall.
Yeah, sure. I have this on. I'm in a suit. I'm in a metal suit. You know, you don't know how tall I am.
So, well,
He could literally be a midget in the suit. We would never know.
Yeah, you wouldn't know.
He's just got really long stilts.
he's just a duck in the suit.
He's literally only fitting in the size of the
chest cavity.
Exactly. The rest of it is just robotically controlled.
There's Doom.
I've toyed with the idea of instead of my Doombots being identical to me, they're identical except they're half an inch shorter.
Something no one would ever know.
Doom doesn't want any of his Doombots to be as tall as them.
You won't be inferior to them. All right.
Hey guy.
And
So-
they would be his equals.
We need
Doom
like,
lands.
can I record some B footage?
Go for it.
Splice in there.
Oh dear.
Okay.
What's going
Here
on?
we go.
And this is how we spend all night.
Yeah. This is how you do it. Alright. Alright, there you are. You're just waiting. It's like, where the hell's Doom? Oh wait, I don't know where the framing is. I'm not a good filmmaker. Okay. Here.
This week on Filmmaking with Doom.
Oh wow, that was impressive.
Doom is always impressive.
Are you guys playing action figures right now?
No, like so the rule is
They
in
are.
order for you you have to touch the figure in order to speak. That's the new rule.
So yes, we have to play action figures
Yeah.
to play now.
Ironically, I'm the only one here that's actually diagnosed ADHD.
We're gonna do the over the shoulder shot for Doom.
I beg to differ.
Are you diagnosed ADHD?
What is it?
Okay,
Alright.
2 of us.
Okay, Atticus, why have you summoned Doom?
Quick change of reality, Alexander.
Yeah, where are you?
I'm just over here like on top of like a shipping container, just like
Yeah.
writing notes, sitting there
Yeah, go
like,
to
God,
the
this guy's
shoulder
weird.
shot for you.
So far I've screwed up so many times because I'm wrong every time.
Why does he speak in a third person?
Well, so after we learned about the Infinity Stones being destroyed,
How do you know about Infinity Stones? I didn't tell you any of that stuff.
we learned from the Avengers.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, after we
Oh, medium shot here.
I'll be back whenever they're done.
after I learned about the Infinity Stones being destroyed, I got an idea from
Oh, you know, I haven't been recording at all this time. Alright, cut. We'll just do it the old
Restart.
fashioned way.
Restart.
You haven't, but I have.
Take 2.
I'm recording you, not recording.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a picture and you'll just splice the picture in. We'll do all that later. You know, we'll do reshoots later.
Should I have taken the cap off the lid?
okay.
All right. We didn't even do that either.
Stop it! I'm taking these away from you.
All right.
Okay.
And scene.
So after I learned, I had an idea from my friend Donnie talking about
Donnie
maybe.
Talking. I do not know him.
Oh gosh.
I now see why we got nothing done.
The other survivor.
Yeah, the healing man that was with me, who had claws and
okay,
wanted
fine.
to save Sabretooth.
Oh yes, I remember him.
Yeah.
He died in the snapping.
No, he didn't.
Wrong guy.
There was, I mean, a lot of people died then, but he was one of them who did survive.
Oh, he did survive. Then where is he?
He's mourning.
He's in the shipping
Oh,
container right
okay.
now.
I
On the
just-
docks.
I
Tending the
just
creed.
assumed.
He's in Norway getting fat playing Fortnite.
Spoilers.
He's in a low
If
place.
he and
Yeah.
Thor just really hit it off.
He's all doom and gloom right now.
Oh. Well, that's half good.
Half impressive.
Yeah, it's half amazing.
But it gave me the idea of maybe it would be possible for us to go back in time and maybe undo what has happened. Since
Well, I do have technology that's capable of ripping apart space-time, possibly creating a Rosen-Podolsky bridge. It's Podolsky? Maybe, who cares? To some alternate time.
We'll call it a Doom Bridge.
No, it's Einstein-Rosen. I don't know who Podolsky
I was
is.
about to say.
I have no
never heard
idea.
of that.
Yeah.
I'm just rolling with it.
It's a wormhole to any point in space-time. And so since points in space-time can exist in what you call the past, we can, in theory, go there.
wait, hold on. You don't call it the past?
No, I mean, I call it the past too, but you do.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We both do.
I wasn't sure if there was like a different.
Well,
one.
like, it's relative, so like, the past for you might be someone's future. Like, it depends on like, how fast you're accelerating and in what direction.
Yes.
Anyway, it's all relative. Space-time, past.
In other words, it can happen, yes.
It can happen. But I've never actually traveled to the past. I've always traveled to alternate realities that are very similar to my own past. So I can't predict if you actually be able to affect the past. And if you were able to affect it, I can't predict the consequences of doing so. I can run theoretical models, like assuming things, and give you like potential outcomes of your actions, but I can't tell you which one will happen. I can't even tell you if you can change the past.
Yeah, because at this point you could also hand him your designs, for a device, which is basically essentially a belt, that generates a field, a tachyon field,
Ooh.
that allow you guys to travel. Now, granted, it has to be recharged with tachyon particles per use. It's not limited uses.
Yeah.
So you do have that you could hand him if you
Actually,
like.
with this technology, we can scratch off one of those potentialities. So like in one scenario, if you were able to, we're going to assume that we'll be able to actually change the past. So in one of those scenarios where we are able to change the past, it'll create a paradox, because if the past is already what we want, why would we have gone back in time in the first place? But with your tachyon suit, it might shield us from those temporal effects that spring from that action. And so we can travel back in time, change the past, and then return to our own time with our memories intact. Like,
Not having caused a paradox.
not having caused a paradox, that's the important part. But again, that's just one possible scenario. We could also destroy the galaxy.
That sounds fun. Let's do that.
Guardians of the Destroyed Galaxy.
Yeah, like imagine if the galaxy was just a black hole. That's
That
what would be.
sounds like my childhood.
Yeah, it might be like Doom is sad for you.
So you like
I'm
the three
doing
horsemen?
this.
Yeah. And then, what?
You guys are the three horsemen, I guess.
We need a fourth. Are you here? Who is this man?
He's not here yet.
I have nowhere to be found.
I'm still just on a shipping container. Just
Doom is
He's a
here.
disembodied voice
Taking notes.
from
you
the
guys
future.
Hear a familiar voice. It's Donnie. And as he walks into this conversation you're having, and he looks right at Doom, and he says, "So what you're saying is that it's possible for us to go back,
That there's a chance.
gather these stones,
Yes.
and undo this damage."
There is a chance. Yes.
We have to go back.
But Doom offers no guarantees.
He walks over, grabs a Plants Medicus, and
In fact, Doom thinks this is a highly ridiculously dangerous.
throws them out right in front of everybody, puts stones to hold the planes down, and looks at his plans for the time traveling belt. He's looking him over, and he looks at you both of you, and he says, Let's do this.
Whatever it takes.
Well, that's not very Doom-like.
I'm sorry, I just saw Infinity War. That's a great movie.
Did you pull a Spaceballs?
I was about to
Pop the
say.
movie in?
I was about to say.
We're literally watching ourselves right now. Well, hurry up, fast forward.
No, that is a movie. Doom is not from this space-time continuum. There is a movie in his own universe, but this hasn't happened, and it's made a lot of money.
Donnie actually mentions that. He looks at you and says, "You're not from here," which means this has practically been done before.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say, I don't care.
This is practically
Traveling to different places, different dimensions, different timelines is possible.
It's all possible, but with any action, there's consequences, and this is a very large action, like universal scale action. So expect universal scale consequences.
He gets up and he looks around, and he says, what other choice we have? Look around us. The entire world, the entire universe as it is right now.
You can rebuild it. Doom will rebuild it.
Yeah, I think I was gonna snap again.
That's true.
Well, I mean,
There are other powers in
No,
this
I'm
universe.
okay with time travel. I'm
never
Doom is
know.
aware of other powers, but he's too distracted at the moment to go get them. There are powers beyond the Infinity Gems.
Well, we can always start.
So
with
Donnie is studying these planes, and he looks at Atticus and he says, "Can you make this work?"
I mean, with some doom tech. I
I will help you, because it benefits me. I will even send an emissary.
an emissary.
Yes.
And who is this emissary?
At this point, Fushi,
Mm-hmm.
you sling ring in. So Atticus, Doom, and Alexander, and Donnie, of course, all look over as all of a sudden, you know, this orange glowing circle appears. And then they look and they just kind of peer into another part of like a building or, you know, a sanctum probably, right? As this guy walks out of it. Go ahead and describe yourself.
I'm kind of rogue at the moment because
I would hope so.
no, it's not de-broken. I don't know what's underneath that. Oh no, he did it himself.
Change reality, change reality.
Put it back on. Ah.
Your sling ring.
At least make him a woman.
How does it work?
I channel magic and it creates portals into other planes and
Your
It is-
sling ring is more powerful than I think you realize. Can I like scan his sling ring?
Sure.
I mean it's magic.
You should really
Scan.
ask a guy before you do that.
Can I like
Ask God.
step down just
We're
a single
scanning
step
his
and
sling
just
ring and then we start hacking each other again.
I mean I don't know what you're picking up because there's no tech in this thing right now.
Magic.
There's a lightning bolt that goes across the screen and it focuses on both of your eyes as you're looking right at the device intently. It's a hacking battle.
Why is this
It's
the
a hack
universal?
nose slash.
hacking you.
But no, yes, so go ahead, you can continue.
But it's like dark green robes and you can tell I'm not really like I'm not heavily armed, but you can tell that there's a staff on my back.
Don't tell you.
Is it a staff in your robes, or are you just happy to see us?
I don't know.
Wow.
He doesn't even know himself.
He's not sure. He's not
We're gonna find out.
At this point, Fushi, you've picked up on the conversation from your sanctum, and so you're basically inserting yourself into the conversation now.
Oh, I should also recognize that like he's a student of strange if he's slinging around.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
You do recognize that before.
I'm very wary of you.
That rhymed.
As I am of you.
Oh, really?
A little bit, yeah.
Pray tell, what do you know of Doom?
Well you've been telling everybody.
I'm Doom.
Aha, I am Doom.
I'm sure you've heard the story between the encounter with Strange and Doom not too long ago.
Well,
So,
you guys stay apart.
I've been listening to all you guys.
He's NSA.
So,
Hey Scott,
Well, when you post your
can I
plans on
just
Facebook,
increase the distance between them?
when you live stream on Facebook time,
yeah,
If you want to.
I'm going to. That's an
Actually, I'm
A.
gonna just say that this is that I'm the machine.
what is
The
it?
Doom is actually at home sitting at his desk,
Sure.
looking at Facebook.
What's
What?
left of it?
What are you doing?
Nothing?
No, but does that actually do
Nothing.
Just posting some memes,
Alright, go ahead and continue. Fushi.
liking and sharing my friends' stuff.
So, been listening, and I mean, I do want to bring everybody back, but like Doom was saying, like this is the kind of thing that if this goes wrong, it wipes out the other half of the universe.
Or we'll have cat people. We don't really know.
I mean,
How many cat people would be kind of cool?
And,
we had cat people, kind of.
When
And
you
you
push
guys are
time, time
planning-
pushes back.
Yes. And you're planning on stealing Infinity Stones throughout the time, then that would create, like,
Oh, Doom has experience with that.
that creates branches.
I know exactly what happens when you remove Infinity Gems from their time.
Well, that was from their reality.
Yeah, but like time
It's,
is a small part of their reality. So if you picture like what I did, I don't know if you're aware of this. In fact, do not repeat this strange.
I
In
can't.
fact, just you can't repeat it. Oh, he's dead. Oh,
Too
good.
soon, too soon.
It's only
Uh,
23 days,
so-
so it's not too soon.
There was a time when I had possession of a set of Infinity Gems of another universe. I took them.
Don't they not work here?
They don't.
But he still has them.
I still have them, actually. They're not on me, of course.
They're too valuable for this universe.
Yeah. Oh, they're worth millions. Anyway, the universe that
But
they
I
came
think
from is no more because I removed them entirely from the entirety of that space-time. So what happens is, when you remove one from a section of the universe, you think of the universe as one big blob from beginning to end, like all the time and space, past, present, future, and you remove a gem from one point in that time stream, like a bubble, then it doesn't exist there. If it doesn't exist there, it implodes and creates a rupture, and then the surrounding areas flow into it.
Exactly.
And that's how you get alternate timelines
And
and bubble universes. And so you have to literally plug it back. Every gem at every point in time holds that point in space and time together. And if you remove it, it'll create a tiny little fracture. It'll be small. It won't destroy the universe like when I removed the gems from completely.
I mean, it's kind of how the Ancient One explained it a little bit.
So Donnie's over here drawing in the dirt. He draws a line, and then draws a line branching off the line, draws a circle there, draws a couple more like that, points at it and says, so what you're saying, Doom, is that this is the timeline, and he draws a straight line, points to it. And if we removed those gems, then it would do this, as he points to the line that branches off and then draws a circle.
In fact, it's more complicated than that. So
Okay.
yes, you're right, it will create an alternate timeline, but that's not the
What if
only
we put
thing.
it back?
Oh, well then they would fix it. But that's not the only thing that creates alternate timelines.
Very well then.
But that's not the only thing that creates alternate timelines.
Yes,
So
because
I'm
you have
gonna head out and
actions
start
like
going to the
reactions.
If you are able to succeed in changing the
Together
past,
supplies.
you might, Doom has never experimentally tested this theory, you might do the same thing, create an alternate timeline, and thus you will not be saving those you love, you'll just be creating a duplicate timeline that they happen to exist. So it's not exactly the same. Or you'll just destroy that one little part of space-time and everything else will be exactly the same.
That's fine with me.
Yeah.
What?
What?
So Donnie, he looks at Atticus and he says, Atticus, you gained your powers from coming in contact with the reality stone.
Yeah.
So you remember exactly what point in time that was.
Yes.
And then he looks at you, Fushi, and he says, You have a connection to one of those stones, do you not?
Technically, yes. Although I've never used it myself.
You had the knowledge of where it's at though in time,
Yes.
in the
At
past.
one point, yes.
Fantastic.
Who knows where one stone is?
Then he looks at Atticus again and
I
he
mean,
says,
it was literally at where I live
Your
30
research,
days ago.
You know where one
your
stone
shield
is.
research shows us in the past where two other
I had a
stones
friend that
are.
looks just like you.
So we know the
It's
location
uncanny.
of
the
4
resemblance.
Infinity Stones just between us.
Good thing it's only between them.
I know where the mind gem is in the past.
Yeah, we know where that one is too.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying. Dude's trying to help.
The only location we do
Dude
not
can help.
know of the 2 stones would be the Power Stone and also the Soul Stone. Does Doom know the location of those in our timeline?
Soul stone.
What?
Power stone.
Why not just ask
Oh wait.
like
Wait.
some of the Avengers?
Does he?
I don't think you do. From
Diane
past
looks at
characters.
says,
Wait a second. Do I?
they're taking it about as hard as we are right now.
Actually, can I roll to use my cosmic knowledge?
You could.
Doom's got this.
Doom can roll.
Doom can roll.
Doom goes, hum.
I'm getting ready.
What am I trying to hit?
What are you getting ready to do, Fushi?
If
Are you
he
gonna-
fails,
are you gonna
then I'm
assist?
gonna try to. Or can I assist with my magical?
I'm floating and doing this now.
Sure.
Okay.
It's just for
Alright,
show.
Is
He
this giving
thinks
him
it's cool.
teamwork?
Meditating?
Yeah.
Go
Okay.
for it.
Okay. I got 14. Wait a second.
What?
I didn't add my one thing.
It's cosmic awareness.
I got 16.
Once it's seen, he can double his
Base.
base stat.
Oh.
It's because I had infinity gems.
Cosmic awareness. It's
Yeah.
fun.
Do I need to roll anything to assist?
No, you
him?
don't. He's good. He's got it.
You got it. He
He
goes.
succeeded.
It's like the stones are. What's most convenient for you guys?
So,
Other worlds. I got that.
So, what specifically are you looking for, Doom?
I'm looking for like the most like logistically easy locations in time and space to get the stones from the past. Like if like there's a moment when like half the stones are in one place and it's not held by Thanos.
That's a
say-
very good
that's a-
clarification.
Yeah, I'm glad you clarified because I could tell you where they're at.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they were like a couple weeks ago.
Literally.
We know exactly where they all were.
For
All on the same gauntlet for some reason.
Yeah.
we go back to 23 days before. Isn't it 23?
Yes.
24?
Do we want to go 24 days back?
It's 20.
Right
days old?
before
25.
Thanos actually snapped.
That'll be
All
23 then.
We go for the head.
Here we go.
Yes. We stop his finger from snapping.
We literally come out.
Oh, we just like secretly like rub some oil on his fingers.
Or
so it can't
or
snap.
you pull out
Too
one
slippery.
gem.
Yeah.
Just pull out one gem from that little gauntlet. Doesn't work.
I don't know if I want to go and fight that guy right now.
Atticus is thinking what happened at the raft.
What do you mean what happened to the raft? You caused it.
Hey, you don't know that yet.
With the people he encountered, and then this is a being who's able to wield these stones.
I mean,
Atticus,
with a being with these kind of stones, I mean,
yeah, he's got. All right, you did find his doom. You did get some information from your cosmic awareness. You've located the Power Stone in 3 different places in time. Okay, that's kind of easy for you guys to get to, sort of. You've got the planet where it resides on, which is Morag. That was before it was taken by another individual. Okay. After there, it would resided at Novacor, guarded by them, deep within their high security inner planet. And then after that, it went to Thanos.
So, Xing out the third one.
We have two options, you said, right?
And that's out on a different planet altogether. Then, of course, the other stone, the Soul Stone, is actually on its own planet of Vormir, is where it was, before it was acquired by Thanos.
So, there's only one option there.
Correct. Yes, as far as the other ones go, you guys already know the information on those.
Who wants to go with me?
You?
Fushi, you know that the Time Stone was in the hands of the Ancient One before it came to Strange. You know that.
Yep.
You know that the Tesseract was utilized multiple times by S.H.I.E.L.D. throughout its history. You also know that the Mind Stone was encased in the staff that Loki used, but it's also inside the head of Vision during time of Ultron.
I kind of tried the Vision one once. On a path.
And
And we
then
could try
the Reality Stone, the fun one, you know, Atticus, as it was in the hands of the Dark Elf, Malekith, as he fought Thor and used its powers, and we gave you your powers.
So, that would be fun jumping into that fight.
How'd we take it out though?
Where is it?
Like your reality stone. If they're in the middle of a fight, how are we gonna? Excuse me, guys.
Hey, could you guys just, real quick, just time out?
High five, everybody, real quick. High five.
Good work, good work, good work. No? Oh.
Well,
Just jump in the middle of it.
I guess we have to end it.
Well, obviously, after the fight, the energy was drawn from it. So, and it was placed elsewhere.
So, we have to get it flipped.
Of course, if I remember this,
In transition, maybe.
Doom is focusing to give you answers.
It would be nice to speak with the Ancient One again. I didn't know her very well, but very wise woman, I think. A little strange.
Oh yeah,
Just trying to back
after
in time to talk to her.
after the Asgardian fight, Asgardian, after the Dark Elf versus Thor, it was placed in the hands of the Collector for safekeeping. Oh yeah, that's another thing. The
I should have
Tesseract
collected my note.
also was in the hands of Asgard at one point too.
So, where to first?
Well, I mean, first we need to have the
There,
machine.
well, there was one point where you had 3 stones in one place.
There was. Like, in New York in 2012, when in the attack from Loki and the Chitauri invasion in New York.
Did you say the Atari invaded?
Chitauri. Yes, the Atari invaded.
No! I always knew Space Invaders was real.
Wait a
It's
minute.
Pixels 2.
I must say, I've seen this movie. It's Pixels.
Yes.
I just watched a review of it and I'm good. I've never seen that movie.
You shouldn't watch it.
I'm good.
I'm so good
I'll
on it.
pass.
I'll pass. In fact, pretty much every Adam Sandler, unless Paul Thomas Anderson makes another movie with him, I'm not gonna watch it. Anyway, Doom has a suggestion.
He's gonna drive.
Doom will drive. He points to his van, which he does have, and he did drive here. He just got out of it and walked around the corner because it lands.
You literally climbed up the crane
Yeah.
that normally moves around the crates, and I'm sat there watching you the entire time, just to superhero land.
Yeah, this is cool. I'm not gonna fly all the way. You know how much fuel that would, like, repulsor fuel that would waste?
Clearly a lot.
Like, these batteries don't last forever.
Analyst, you're impressed by Doom's ability to
To
see
drive?
into the cosmos. You want to analyze it further.
What are you analyzing?
Stop.
magic shield against analysts.
Doom scans you. You don't scan Doom.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize he was Soviet Doom.
And Doom in Latveria.
And Soviet.
And Latveria, Doom scans you.
Alright, so how would I go about such a thing?
However you go about analyzing normally. Ask questions. Find answers to those questions.
So how can you be able to see into the past and know the location of objects in which you did not have knowledge of?
I thought I went over this, but perhaps you were not here. Mentally. I had possession of an infinity gauntlet in alternate reality, and I knew, because I had cosmic knowledge of that universe, I knew the limitations, like I could not bring it with me. So, I could though, however, gift myself something, and take that. So I gifted myself heightened intelligence, but it only works like sporadically. It's not as consistent as I would have hoped. And my friend and son, one of my two sons, one of which is dead now.
Oh, what?
I gifted armor, like adamantium suit of armor. And the two other friends I was with did not accept any gifts from me. Oh wait, no. Did Beast? They're both dead now, so it doesn't matter.
Ouch.
So yeah, like I gifted myself this ability.
So, if I were to go to another universe and get the Infinity Gauntlet, I could do a similar thing.
You could,
So,
but then you would have to go to the universe and then get all the stones of that universe. I mean, you could just get them here.
What you're doing though right now is you're planning to go back in your own timeline, retrieving the stones before the stuff happens to them and they're collected, and then bringing them back to the future to utilize them.
back to the future.
Back in
Correct.
Which one?
You know what you could do? Dooms as another suggestion.
So essentially, you're using the stones from your own reality, your own universe,
You do the same.
just in a different point of time.
Yeah, you couldn't gift yourself like, you know, godlike abilities and then come back here expecting them to be fully godlike. It would just be a fraction of what you want. Which is what
Well, I'm good
Doom
with
does.
fractions.
Yeah. But like, it's not enough. It's not enough to do what you want to do.
In other words, it won't be like with Doom.
Like, you'd snap your fingers and like 10 dudes would pop up. And that's it.
Hey,
And they'd probably pop up like deformed or mutated in some way. Doom's suggestion is, as long as you're back in time, gather your allies again. Bring them with you. You know, if you need power to take on Asgard, or you need stealth, find your stealthiest ally that is no longer with us. Go back to a time where he is with us. Tell him what's going on, get him to work with you, and then when you return him, you have to wipe his memory.
I won't be able to do that with one of the stones.
No, you just a swift hit over the head. You just got hit hard enough. The harder you hit, the longer.
Hey
the
man,
memory.
thanks for your help.
you just changed his brain into goo.
Doom knows how to change brains into goo. Who can goo?
Okay, so basically, in order to accomplish the task of getting the stones that we want to, we build a time machine, go find someone who would be useful for the task, try to get them to help us do the task, punch him, put him back.
Doom has technology. We don't actually have to punch him.
Oh.
Doom was
It's just more
joking.
You could also use the stone as well, the Mind Stone.
You could use this Mind Stone to wipe their minds.
So should we go for the Mind Stone first?
Well, we don't need to wipe their mind until after
Well,
it's all said and done, really.
first you guys need to go in and get this technology developed, probably.
Yeah, so we should
Because
probably do that.
What's the
before-
point of deciding if we can't even do it?
Yeah, let's stop talking at the dogs and probably get into somewhere, more timey-wimey.
Well, I got some
Wibbly
Stark
wobbly.
tech.
So essentially,
I guess
Atticus,
it's
your
so
design
easy.
is basically for everybody to wear these belts that allow you to travel through time, essentially, and it projects a tachyon field that allows you yourself personally to travel. So instead of carrying this huge device around that everybody has to step into and then get sent through time, it's a personal time device.
I like it.
Board.
Now, they're all powered by tachyon particles, which you have to recharge individually. Downside to not having a single device. But it allows you guys to be more mobile so you can hit different points in time if you choose.
Sounds good to me.
Of course, you came up with it.
Yeah. I'm just talking to myself at this point.
That's good.
I'm willing to come with you guys so that you don't like mess up all the time and space.
Oh, we wouldn't do that intentionally.
That's the protector of the sanctum speaking right now.
Mhm.
Because they could really screw some things up.
And that would definitely affect everything that we have been working to protect.
As a student of Doctor Strange and Wong, you know especially how dangerous messing with time can be. So,
So you can come with us, Shifu. I'm okay with that.
Maybe not you.
maybe not you. You might get lost in time.
Lost in space.
Might be trapped in the mirror dimension for a little while.
That'll be
to take
yeah.
some
Do I hear
function on the man
dimension?
in the man.
Doom was thinking about what he could
Function on the
do
man in the man.
So
back in
Donnie's
time.
speaking also about this, and he says, so these time belts will be essential to us returning.
Yeah, so don't give me weight.
You say you're gaining weight?
Don't
Here's
give
my
me weight.
question.
Oh, okay.
So we
So how do we recharge it? Like, is it just enough charge
How do we
for
charge 'em?
one trip, like one round trip, or
Atticus?
Well, with my ability of molecular manipulation and knowledge of tachyon particles,
You can create tachyons.
You can create tachyon particles.
Impressive.
and therefore recharge the belts.
so we have to find you to recharge for time jumps?
No, he'll be there.
I will be with you. We will be. I mean,
Oh,
we can move
I,
it through.
I didn't know if we were splitting up to
Oh,
find
Doom
these.
thinks that's a
He does
horrible
make a
idea.
good point. Fushi makes a good point. Yes, when you charge them, they're basically good for a charge. So he charges them up, and then you jump,
go
and then
to one point.
you go to one point, right?
And then their charge is done for.
Well, you got one more jump after that
Oh, okay.
to jump back,
Got
or jump to another point. So you basically get, one charge on it can give you two jumps.
Doom has thought about like your suggestions to split up. While on the surface it seems like a good idea, it is not. And Doom, thinking about that movie that he saw, realizes that
Which
there might
time
be
travel movie are we talking
an
about?
actual
There's
plot
so
hole in
many.
it. Because we're time traveling. Well, maybe not in that one because they had a certain amount of time. They couldn't recharge it the same way. So Doom realizes there is no plot hole ever in game. It's all perfect. But if you think there's a plot hole, you just don't understand.
With Atticus,
But yeah, for us, it's good if we go as a group because we're not constrained by the number of times we jump because we have a recharger thing here. But also we're stronger as a team than as individuals, so we have a better chance. And we have all the time in the world because we have a freaking time machine.
and you need to protect Atticus because he is your ride home,
Yeah, he's the flux capacitor.
and he needs to go with you because he has to be able to help you recharge him because you gotta make multiple jumps.
He's the flux capacitor and the plutonium.
Fluxtonium.
Fluxtonium. That's your new name.
Wow.
It is so strange how we got to that nickname from our superhero.
Flux is your nickname.
Flux.
Atticus Flux Knox.
Oh, I like it. It sounds great.
Or it's officially Doc Knox.
Doc Knox. I like it.
Or Flux Knox.
Just
What
come
was that about?
Flux.
Hitting people upside the head
Oh,
hard
Flux.
enough to make them forget?
So Flux.
So do you want to make some rolls to see if you're going to be able to charge these babies up?
Oh gosh.
Doom already has the tech. I mean, he just makes a few adjustments and bam, you got belts.
Sizes us, gives us.
Now, of course, in the center of the belt, I had basically it's where it keeps the tachyon charge.
Do not need
You
it.
know?
Yeah. Don't touch that. That could be bad. Yeah,
The other thing about it too is that when you recharge them, you have to make rolls as well. And you can't put too much of a charge in there because too much of a tachyon particle in that field will tear them apart.
Okay. Well, let's hope I don't roll poorly. Alright, so how many rolls do I need to make?
Go
Well, as long
start
as you
with one.
don't overcharge it. That's the real thing.
What'd you get? 8?
Yes. That's my base 9 minus 1.
All right, so first one was a trial. you try it. Nobody puts a belt on first. You just put it on a dummy. And then you take the field and you start compressing the tachyon particles into the container. And you're like, yeah, this is working pretty good. And then all of a sudden, wong, 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 wong.
Scary.
You're gonna blow something up.
Do you just blow something up?
The
Doom
dummy
will roll.
goes into multiple pieces and then arrives at different points.
That's
Guys, I found him. He's over there.
scary.
And over there.
And the
And
there.
some
Can I
there.
assist him?
Yeah, you just give him teamwork, give him a +2.
Alright.
So you're coaching him.
Here's
Atticus, you want to go again?
Would I
Give
be
him
able
your
to-
tips, Doom.
Would I be able to give him teamwork too?
Shield
Not for
enough.
this one, no.
Okay.
Not for
So
that.
with that, I don't get hit.
I know you're a smart man. That
No, he's not. Don't lie to me.
That's 8 plus 2 is 10.
There you go. You succeeded this time. So same thing. You compressed them.
But we have to roll every time, and then like, am I gonna die?
Am I going to die? How about tomorrow?
Well, I'm gonna be
Doom
holding
could
on to
die.
fate. So this doesn't go bad.
It goes to a warning and it says, "Do not recharge while worn."
But it's on like the inside of the belt, so you don't see it while wearing it.
But no, like the same thing happens to where you start compressing, and then it starts, getting brighter again, like it's about to explode. And then of course Doom gives you a few tips real quick. Tells you about the compressing it. Ease off of it. Don't compress as much.
Don't squeeze it so hard, man.
Right, and then of course you listen to his tips, and when you do, the particles stay within the belt. So now you have a fully functioning belt that has a charge.
One belt has a charge.
Yeah, but you don't have to roll again. You completed. You can charge the rest of them.
Okay. Well, that's
We'll be here for the next 45 minutes waiting on you to charge all the belts.
good. I charged slower than
Dude, he only had 6 copies and you just blew up 5 of them.
Doom has more.
So, Donnie grabs a belt after you charge the first one. He grabs the belt and he puts it on, and he says, "Well, it's time to test this out." And before you can warn him, "Tee-tee."
Johnny!
Wait!
Well, there's.
How does he
another
even
one.
know how to come back?
You know it.
I hope
Or
he can
where
heal
he's
from that.
going?
Does it leave like a scorch mark on the ground or anything?
No.
No?
This is a
Nope.
Terminator
He just kind of like.
scenario.
Okay,
Do I need
so nobody else touched the belts right now.
I'm gonna like lean over and just poke a belt. That's all I want to do is just poke it.
You're just like my friend that died.
He's the spiritual successor.
You already ate all my cheeses.
So, meanwhile, you don't know what happened to Donnie. Where'd he go, guys?
I think we need some cosmic knowledge.
Then,
Too late.
all of a sudden, Donnie reappears right back where he was.
Huh?
And then the charge on the belt is gone completely, by the way.
Oh my gosh. Donnie.
Could have
Yep.
at least said where.
But he stopped.
Is he always like this?
And when he comes back, he's holding an object.
What did you steal?
He looks at it, and he looks at you, both of you, and he says, "This right here," he says, "this is the book that I gave Paul when he graduated the academy from S.H.I.E.L.D."
With his terrible training.
The book you gave
Okay.
Paul when you graduated the S.H.I.E.L.D. Academy.
Yes.
Okay.
So you just appeared, snatched it, and came back.
And
Give me that back.
he looks at you guys, he says, "I was at the graduation. Again. In the past."
Did you see yourself?
And he says, "No, I didn't look that far, but he did pull a program from the graduation and hand it to you, and it's dated and everything.
Sounds like a nice
you didn't
event.
have this at home.
So he looks at you, Atticus, and he says, "These will work." Meanwhile, Doom is like, "Didn't you hear what I said about missing with the past?" Ah.
Doom is taking notes because these guys
This
are just
could be
running
the
his
butterfly
experiments for
effect
him.
right here. Right here. This is a butterfly effect.
Now this piece of paper's not gonna decay into
No.
dust.
And this book, it might have like changes his trajectory in life.
It's fine. He's dead
Turn
now.
it. Oh,
Oh yeah, that's right. That happened. That doesn't mean.
We're terrible.
Okay, Donnie. So don't go.
So this is
time
why
hopping.
I'm going to be going with you guys. Right there.
Fruitshe's like, "This is why I'm going. This right here."
And by the way, he also gets a little bit, clawy sometimes. Feral.
Oh.
A little bit.
Savage
Yeah.
words.
He can lose control sometimes.
It's okay. I'll just use a portal and have him drop for like 30 minutes.
So he looks at you, Atticus. He says, "All right, this belt needs a recharge. Let's do this."
All right. Well, take it off. And when I say take off your belt, just
Give me the time device.
yes. And do not. You promise me you won't touch it until we agree on something
There's a song for this.
before that.
He says, "Yes, here, take the belt. I agree. We tested it. It works. Let's go ahead. Let's put a plan in motion."
Alright, so after I recharge the belt, and I'm gonna be like, okay, where are we actually starting?
Actually, you know what we could do here? Let's get some visuals.
Vision.
Wow, thanks for the fate.
Thanks for all the fish. There's one. There's another. There's another. There's another. I'm trying to get different colors. Never run out of colors.
Not here.
How are you using those?
That's what I got.
What was this blue? I haven't blue one in there yet.
Yeah. Not dark. Well,
You got both dark and light.
Is there a yellow one?
There goes a small one. How's that?
Oh, that's not a green. It works.
Sure. We'll just use representation anyways.
Representation. You're staring at all of this.
I'm thinking that probably first we need to grab the time stone. I think that might be the easiest.
Why? So we don't have to use the tachyon particle?
Hey.
that's a good
There we
thought.
go.
That
Check it out.
And like since I have the connection to the ancient one, that I can tell her why we're taking this. It's a lot. We're not fighting anybody for it. We're not having to like sneak around or anything to get this stone. We can just go back to. I write down the address.
oh, right next to the neighbor 668.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we can go back in time to this address at this date, and we can meet with her, or I can at the very least meet with her, tell
Yeah,
her
I
what's
think
been
you need-
happening.
Not him, maybe.
I will meet with the sorceress.
Okay.
Supreme.
That sounds
I am the
terrible.
sorcerer supreme of my own universe.
Not this one.
Pusha, you're like, this is not a good idea.
Doom is the best option here.
Well, out of character question. Will this require charisma?
Doom has no charisma.
No.
Okay.
Oh,
I was
good,
gonna-
but it
I was
doesn't
gonna say it's like
I have some charisma. Actually, I have 2 in charisma,
yeah, twice as much as I do.
and I have.
And probably everyone
I
else.
also have a 2 in charisma.
Donnie agrees on the time stone. He says, we should go to that one first.
You
And it will help us in retrieving the other stones, I think, because if we can like manipulate time while we're in the past, we can like stop it at a certain point, grab the stone, other stones, without as much interference. I mean, there's probably going to be some. Just going to warn you. There's going to be some resistance to it.
Oh, really?
Because when you try to take something from the universe wants to take something from you.
It's an old proverb of theirs.
Yes.
Okay, so you think Time Stone will be easiest?
Yes, for the first one, yes.
Okay. Well, if you
Because I know exactly where it is. Like, pretty much up until Thanos had it. I know exactly where it was. Passed by it a lot in the library.
And as you stated in 2012, if we go back that far, there's 2 other stones that's in the same city at the same point.
Yes.
So we could go to one point in time and then split the party.
And
So where
you
would
guys could go to the point where Black Widow is, like, trying to touch the stone with the other stone. Rather than having to face all of the Avengers at once. She closes the portal. And you just
know
grab
this?
both stones.
He knows what it is.
I mean, it's pretty well documented.
Oh, okay. I
Oh,
wasn't
you
sure.
know from the SHIELD files.
Oh, okay.
SHIELD reports.
Yeah, I'm sure I read over those.
Oh, yeah.
What are you talking
You'll
Okay.
find out.
Now, what were the other 2 stones? It was the Mind Stone and the
Tesseract, Space
Tesseract,
Stone.
Space Stone. So Time Stone.
Now,
Space
at this point, though, with the Space Stone, the Tesseract, it was being taken back to Asgard by Thor.
Yes.
After they'd taken Loki prisoner, he was taking Loki and the Tesseract back to Asgard.
Yeah, I remember that part.
about? Oh, you saw the same movie Doomsday?
And Loki has the Mind Stone is inside his staff.
So we
And the
need,
staff stone is inside his mind.
so we would need to fight Thor and Loki.
No. Again, if we could maybe try to get it before before the Battle of New York is ended. Or at just the end of it. Right when everyone's,
Well, we just skipped to that part of the movie,
Preoccupied.
right?
we just suddenly
How accurate
We
can
skipped
we
to
be?
the shawarma scene.
How accurate can we be with this time travel?
Well, like with anything else, you can aim for it, but it doesn't mean you're
Yeah.
gonna hit it.
That's true.
So essentially, what you need to look at. This is not Donnie speaking. Donnie knows nothing about time.
That's what we needed.
This is Fushi speaking with his ultimate knowledge of time. Essentially, you've got kind of like a mortar, okay? You fire off a mortar, okay? You're aiming for this guy over here or this building or whatever, right? However, you're slinging this thing from a catapult. So it may not hit there. It might hit here, 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 around it, or it might hit directly on it.
Does that change? Does it change depending on the degree of jump? Like if you go further and further? Does it get
Obviously,
less and
the
less
further
accurate?
back in time that you jump
Could you-
from your present,
Yeah.
I might suggest that
Your
we wait
quote,
at least
unquote,
a day or
present.
two to prepare.
the further back you jump, the harder it's going to be to actually hit that point that you're looking at. For instance, if you were to jump back 5 minutes, you could probably hit that with 99.9% accuracy.
So we will just go back 5
5
minutes.
5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes,
5 minutes. It'll take a while, but I think
We'll
can
get
do
there.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
Time means nothing to the Time Lords. We're the Time Lords now.
what were you
Lord
saying?
Doom.
But yeah, essentially going
Oh, we all
back.
get to pick. Oh, he is Dr.
So I
Frost.
think we should maybe take a day to gather information about each stone's locations, exactly what were the events surrounding each stone's appearance. Although, I mean, the time stone's fine. I think I got that one.
So that's a time stone. Where do you guys connect? Do you want to try to hit the mind and the
reality?
not reality, the space
Space.
stone?
Oh, it's mind
Yeah.
and space.
The Tesseract is the system. So I would
Or do you want to try to go back to a different point in history and hit those as well? Instead of trying to hit them all at once.
I mean, because we know the mind and space stone were with Loki and Thor, he said, right?
Before Loki, it was with Thanos.
And before
Thanos
that,
is the
it
one
was
who gave it
being
to him.
tested on by S.H.I.E.L.D. Before,
With the Mind Stone?
no, the space.
Oh, yeah, I was talking about the Mind Stone. Before Loki and the staff, the staff was given to him by Thanos. So it was in Thanos' possession.
Yeah.
So essentially, Loki is where you're going to begin with the Mind Stone.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, but the thing was, like, I
Well,
was
Loki's
thinking,
He's a
we could-
cool guy.
instead of trying to hit 2 stones at
Hydra
once.
had it.
Yes, they did.
Hydra had the mind stone?
That's what
Yeah,
created.
Like Ultron, like Tony and Bruce Banner were like experimenting on the Mind Stone after they got it from that compound.
Yes.
And Hydra took it after S.H.I.E.L.D. fell because they raided the essentially the armory that had all these locked up items that were supposedly destroyed and sent into the sun. They weren't. They were locked away, and Hydra got a hold of them. And Staff was one of them that they did get a hold of, and they were experimenting. That's
So
what
we
created the
could-
twins.
We could go to that time, that point in history.
Hell, Hydra.
Oh no!
God is a Hydra agent. We're all doomed. Get it? We're all doomed.
Oh dear.
See you guys.
That was just in time.
Doom here is getting some chatter from his other
So
feed.
you're thinking time stone,
Something is going on
mind stone.
out there.
Let's say, I guess, let's try the Mind Stone next.
In the cosmos.
Actually, probably
Space.
that one for Mind Stone. Louis.
Was Mind Stone yellowy?
Yeah, but well,
Oh,
this
no,
one.
It's yellowy.
Yeah.
See, this could be the reality.
And
You know what? There's soul. There's power. How's
so-
that?
And then space is
Well, that'll be reality, right?
no
Here's reality. Oh wait,
Okay.
what are we good with?
Time,
mind.
mind,
What was that one?
reality, or space.
You know, why don't we just go by names?
I guess the Tesseract. Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh,
start with the time stone, then go with the mind stone.
in the Hydra compound.
Hydra
which
compound.
I think would probably be the easiest
Other than the old one.
because, like, as the Avengers are taking it down, we can, like, I can slip us in before they get there while everyone else is distracted and grab it.
Hopefully.
Yes, that's how I hope to get there, but we will see.
Okay. And Tesseract. Wait, excuse me.
Yeah, that's
Tesseract. Okay.
we can either
That's the
go
Space
to
Stone.
Yeah, the Space Stone. Yeah, so we could either
That's
try to
probably
get that in New
easiest.
York or at Shield head, like one of the Shield places.
The Red Skull himself.
Yeah,
So you think as the
Well,
game master, you
like-
think that one's actually the easiest?
That one's got the most opportunities. It's shifted the most hands.
yeah, and it's been on Earth like the longest.
It's been inside a cat.
Or it's been inside a old like church burial ground.
You could witness the birth of Fleming.
Jesus Christ.
You could. Part of it later. You might have brothers and sisters out there.
Alright, well, let's do that
Doom
one
could tag
last.
them and then go find them in present day.
Fleming doesn't even know how he was born.
He'll put like little collars on them.
We gonna find out.
Oh, Doom might have tagged Fleming. in the
Okay,
past.
alright. So we're the Tesseract, followed by
Reality Stone.
Reality Stone.
Now I do have a question. Would I think the reality stone would enhance my powers? Like, since I'm connected to it?
I don't think it really works quite like that.
The reality stone, yeah, it would make it easier to do what you do.
But I think it would also run the risk of eating you.
That is true because it's infinity energy.
Yeah, direct infinity energy.
You have a small portion of it that was kind of embedded upon you, just a small portion of it. But this is like the power source.
So this is like going to the nuclear reactor and jumping in.
This is like
Yeah.
putting a fork
It's like
into a power
you
outlet
have
at a nuclear
double
reactor.
A battery.
Yes, you
This
would
is
need a
going to the power
protective
plant.
metal suit in order to wield
Right.
it.
Okay, so
I'm not sure metal
Alright.
is a good
Well,
idea. We're talking about
that was just an idea
I've already
Atticus
welded
had,
them.
and it's like, ooh.
And you could very well wield it, but there will be consequences for wielding it.
You need a staff
Or hammer.
or a hammer. Yeah.
Okay, so 4 is reality stone, and then next are stolen power.
Say the traveling in the space ones for last, huh?
Yes. Since none of us.
Oh, there's another group for that. That's fine.
So.
Now, so let's see. If you go to,
Uh,
go to 2012 for the time stone.
Although I guess we could also do. It could be possible.
You could go in between 2012 and 2014 for the Mind Stone, right?
Yeah.
And then for the Tesseract, you could go.
Pretty much anywhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, what I was trying to think of for you guys, probably the easiest way to do this would be to jump the furthest time back
And just work our way up.
and then make shorter jumps forward.
So we could go to World War II.
Otherwise, if you jump around too much, we're going too far back and too far forward, you're going to be making it more difficult to make those jumps.
Why are you gonna make things difficult? So basically make one big difficult jump.
At the beginning, and then make smaller, less difficult jumps.
When we're more experienced.
Now, the Power Stone obviously is going to be in the 2014 range, and the Soul Stone is going to be somewhere before that too as well. Before 2016. 2018, excuse me.
So which one's first back?
I would say.
Oh, if we want to.
I mean, yeah, technically. Or
Well, this right
the
here-
Tesseract
It's whenever we want.
could.
The Soul Stone is actually between 1945-ish and 2018.
And who had that one?
Wait, why is it between 19?
It's always been on that planet.
What happened in 1945?
The Red Skull.
He got transported up to.
Yeah. He was sent there from the Tesseract.
But I feel like we could probably teleport, maybe time jump onto that ship that was taken off from Germany as it was trying to fly to New York and grab it as it's trying to fall out.
Oh, so
Maybe.
we're gonna teleport back to 1945 onto a plane.
Not onto a plane, but like into the area.
Okay.
Like before it takes off, we get on the plane.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not saying
Or
like
time
teleport-
stowaways on a plane.
Yeah,
Stowing away.
exactly.
Okay.
I mean,
It would
or
work.
it could be even before that, because it was buried in a tomb for years and years.
Probably
So
for
we
good
could-
reason.
So we could try to go there before the Red Skull grabs it.
Yeah, let's stop World War II from happening.
Oh, are we gonna
No,
kill
just
Hitler?
Hydra
Doom thinks
from
that's a
happening.
bad idea. We could just kill baby Thanos. We don't have to kill baby. If you have a problem killing a baby, just kill baby Thanos' mom.
The only problem with that is that's a really far back jump.
You don't even have to kill their parents. You just have to
That's
sterilize
that's
his
a-
father.
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
Centuries back that you have to jump.
For what?
Well,
Two.
5 minutes at a time.
Oh, baby Thanos.
Baby Thanos.
Oh, I thought you were talking about World War II. I was like, wait, what?
World War II wasn't centuries ago.
The only problem with doing those smaller
World War
jumps,
II
like
was
5 minutes at a
centuries
time,
ago.
is that you have the unfortunate ability to screw certain things up. Because if you make, let's say, a little bit of a splash, but you make it thousands of times, versus making a big splash one time, doesn't make as many ripples.
Yeah, we're just like, oh, ripple throughout all this time, all the way back.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna go back to
The future.
yes,
Oh,
1945.
you also need the gauntlet, by the way.
Oh, where's that? Yes.
Well, yes, Thanos does have the gauntlet, obviously, but he had it made,
Yes.
and Doom knows how it was made or where it was made,
I do.
so
I
he
also
knows
know
where to
another
get it from
gauntlet.
and how to get it made.
There's another gauntlet. It's from, I know of it because, remember the movie that I told you I saw in my world?
Oh dear.
It's the culmination of 20 movies, and one of them had like a fake gauntlet, but really it was Odin trying to do the same thing that Thanos was doing, and then realizing that that's a bad idea, so he stopped. So he has kind of he's got the actual gauntlet that is capable of welding those. Or Doom could do it anyway. It doesn't matter.
Doom could create tech that could handle it too.
Doom has already done so.
Exactly.
Doom can do it.
And
Doom.
Just Doom it.
Ooh, Doom is going to make T-shirts.
Okay, well that's fine.
Doom is fine. He's been working
Impressive.
out.
By the way, Alexander, you're so patiently waiting over here. The wandering in you is enjoying this.
Is he?
He is. He's enjoying this idea of wandering throughout time.
He's literally going through notes like, ooh, while we're at this time in this location, oh, we should check out this place. Pulls up a phone, is like, okay, what was there then? Just making
I
lots and
don't get
lots of
service.
notes.
No shoes, no shirt. Then you'll get service.
My carrier didn't exist at this point in time.
Oh no, I mean right now we're fine.
Okay, so we're gonna go back to 1945.
Now, I mean, you guys can jump however you like.
Worst case scenario, we just wait 20 years when we younger up to 1925.
I was just stating that if you did it kind of chronologically, so to speak, it'd be easier in time jumps. Then jumping back 4 years and jumping back 40 years from there, and then jumping forward 20 years, and then jumping backwards 70 years.
Sounds more fun. What do you mean?
Yeah. Or I guess we could technically even go backwards, but then the most difficult jump would be at the end.
Well, if the universe loops, no, I'm kidding.
Like as in we start, okay, shortest jump, 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 and then big jump at the end. Basically, do it opposite. Instead of the big jump at the beginning, we do the big jump at the end.
We were more experienced.
We could do that too, but I mean,
Yeah, you could work backwards, make smaller jumps, and then make one big jump at the end.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
when we have all our steps, or hopefully, or we die. Okay.
So I guess what you should probably do is you should probably come up with when in time you want to go back and get these.
Man, this is a lot of preparation.
That's
Well-
why I said we need to take a day or two.
It's a time heist.
Oh gosh.
You have to find the time to steal all this time.
What? No, we just need tachyon. No,
Make
wait,
more time.
We need neutrinos.
So,
Is it
are you
neutrinos?
thinking we do
Tachyon.
big jump
Oh,
at the beginning,
tachyons.
work our way forward in time, or
They're
work
similar.
our way back in time,
I
do the big
mean,
jump at the end?
I'm pretty sure the ancient one would still be.
She's pretty ancient.
She's centuries old, so. Or she was.
You just know where she happens to be at certain points in time now.
Yes.
So we're
Wouldn't you hate that? Jump back and, dang, I'm looking for the ancient one. Oh, she's out right now. She'll be back in a few weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. So you still want to go for the time stone first? I mean, when do you want to go for it? Do you want to go for it short jump?
I mean, it would be the easiest for me to get. I think just at any point in like this amount of time, because that's just when I know she's alive. So we could actually go for another stone.
So basically, we
wanna
could put it
go harder.
anywhere in our.
If time stone can be anywhere.
Alright, pretty much.
Well,
Let's keep one there.
as
so
far
it's
as
floating.
Oh yeah. Okay.
as far as like in order the stones would get, it can be the first or the last, or, because that's where I know.
Donnie really likes the time stone being first, though, just because it's really could be helpful. Let's put it that way.
Okay. Well, I guess
So
it would
do
be
you want a
good.
short jump first and then a long jump, maybe?
But then again, it could get more difficult for jumping. So Atticus, you're an expert in the tachyon particles here. You know it'd be more difficult to make those jumps, longer jumps. So. Just do what he thinks.
Once he gets back from the alpha.
What do you think, Doom?
About what?
Where should the group go as far as chronologically? Should they jump back to the very earliest point first and then work their way?
Oh no, we've already decided that's a bad idea.
So start with the earliest point and then work their way?
Yeah, and we can just get the time gem first.
Yeah.
I'll give us more options, and then, you know, with every jump, we get another gem. You know, we'll only get more powerful. Oh, you know what? We need to think of this like Doom's favorite game growing up. Do you guys have a game called Mega Man on this world?
Yes.
So you know how, like, you have to beat this guy and get the thing, because you're gonna need the thing that he has to beat the next boss.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing in this is this. So like, if we have a big boss we have to fight, or like if each stone could give us an edge, like in finding the next stone. So that's the order they should be in, given the
So-
context in which the stones exist.
So with the time stone, I feel like the time stone though would be the most helpful.
It'd be a
for
pretty
me.
good edge. You just turn back. Oh,
Or pause time.
yeah, yeah. That'd be a good one.
Now, would you want to make your gauntlet before we start doing this?
Huh? Doom has already made it.
Oh.
He made it before he even came to this reality.
Oh, it's the one you're holding the other infinity stones from
Yeah.
your other reality.
I've already had them.
So we could just take them out of that one and then put these into that.
Good. But if you want a gauntlet, I guess Doom could make one for you.
So you're gonna collect the stones first and then bring them back.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So time stone first.
Because you don't want to take another gauntlet through time and space.
And then, so this one we're doing very first, or wasting time.
I guess we're doing it first because I mean,
Alright, at what point in time are you jumping for that one? Are you going back to the Chitauri invasion?
I think that would probably be easiest. Yeah. Just because she's in New York at that time. She was defending the sanctum from the Chitauri, secretly of course.
Okay.
Because we didn't want people knowing about us.
Quite yet.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Doom
still kind
is
of don't want
confident
people to know.
you guys can
So
figure this out.
is that, would that be before all we could get all these other ones?
Pretty much. Like, we get the stuff that same day if you guys want. Or we could wait and jump to a little bit later. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. We could jump back to like to get the Tesseract next though.
Okay.
Because then we'd have time time and space. So,
That sounds like a good thing to have.
yeah. So we could stop time and go to a place in the universe at a certain time. Pause time. Um,
Okay. So we went to Heist first. Then go on Space Stone, which is a little bit before that.
I'm going to work on my spell to
Yeah.
use the time stone.
And then we get Time Stone, then we hopefully get Space Stone. And what was the next one?
Mind.
Mind Stone. So that'll be staff
Yep.
from working. And that'll be a little bit before Tesseract.
The space stone is the tesseract.
Oh.
I know, I got them confused too. Cause Space Stone was blue. I was like, that's like time. Time is blue in my mind.
Switch those around.
Okay. Time Stone, Space Stone, Mind Stone, Reality Stone, Power Stone, Soul Stone? And what times are we doing these? Because I don't know enough about the Marvel Universe to decide any of this.
So Time Stone will be in 2012, basically, during Chitauri invasion, right? Alright, so I'll write that down.
Or, yeah, the time stone, Chitauri invasion.
Okay.
We can just
And-
wing it.
Second one
Um,
was what?
what do you guys think? Should we do it?
Space Stone, you said?
Should we do it like during the World War II, or do you want
If
to
we're
go
gonna
back
be
a little bit
jumping-
further?
If we're gonna jump that far back, we better not have to keep jumping like, oh, we'll jump that far back and then jump really far forward, because that's gonna make it difficult, and we don't want to screw up.
I know.
So, I mean, furthest back would be easiest, I'm sure, especially with the where it is, but yeah, this is a lot.
We're stealing Infinity Stones. Did you think this would be easy? Your intelligence is 9? How is that even possible?
Is it?
It's over 9,000!
He's past Reed Richards.
Oh, can we go above 8?
No, I mean, just
Yeah.
like, how is that possible? Have I not leveled up correctly?
You did. You should have put your ability. You got an
You have.
ability point.
I know, I already added it.
I put every single ability point I had into intelligence. Did you?
Yeah. How many ability points
Should be at 9 then.
do you have? I got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
Should have
13,
15 total.
14. I have 14.
That's why.
Doom has 9 points.
Yeah.
Doom got an upgrade!
So last session,
Alright.
you should have been on my level.
Oh yeah, like that would have gone way differently.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Space Stone.
Somebody
Space Stone,
doesn't pay
right?
attention to.
Yeah.
And you guys can go back to the...
That's because I usually wait till
Wanna
the
go
next
back to World War
session
II?
to
Well, you
upgrade,
still
and I
decide.
just forgot.
Let's go to the next one.
So do I.
Mind Stone's next, right?
Yes.
And where are you going for that one?
Don't mind if I do.
We could either go also during the Chitauri invasion, we could do it that same day, or we could go to Sokovia.
And what time?
As the Avengers are like starting to raid on the Hydra base there.
And when is that?
2014.
2014.
So that'll be us going to 2012. Then whenever, then 2014. So this one would be closer to us right in time.
Or if we do those at this,
Or if we do them at the same time.
these at the same time, then.
But if we
just
do them at
make-
the same time, we need to get the time stone and then get the
Yeah, we break off the
Mind
team
Stone
into two different
from-
groups,
yeah.
pretty much. Cause I think we could handle it.
You think we could handle getting the Mind Stone from Luke or staff?
Oh, you know what I can do? Just take a picture of this.
Because, like, he doesn't have to
I'm just gonna
staff
take a picture
after
of
the
the sheet.
battle.
And that way we can just use that.
We could just,
Mm-hmm.
pick it up from the Hydra agents.
Oh, okay, I see. So I guess that would be good to do
Like
this
in
first.
them transporting it back to their shield people or whatever.
Yeah.
Like we could just
Do you need
swoop in
anything
and grab it,
more?
then put it back. Once we're done.
I'm not feeling any better.
Yeah.
What?
So we could do that.
I like this blanket.
That sounds good.
Did,
If we
oh
could,
wait, this
if
is
you think it's easy.
Sean's a mermaid.
Oh, is he?
Okay, and
You're a
so
mermaid, Sean.
waiting time.
You're
I
a
guess.
mermaid.
I mean, we want to get them. This one would be
So this is what mermaids look like.
the Tesseract.
Yep.
No wait, yeah, the Tesseract
Does
Yes.
Laura make this? This nice.
is so there's that
You
one
know what I
possession
want?
of the ward
Well,
that's taking its
well,
Tesseract.
Yeah, if you don't grab it during the invasion for the
It's,
space stone,
really big.
if you don't grab it during the invasion, then after that it goes to Asgard.
Which is not good.
I don't know. You want to go to Asgard?
I mean, I don't think.
I mean,
Asgard
if you
sounds fun.
think about it, like the Frost Giants were able to get in there pretty easily.
I'm not sure about getting in there.
Well, they had help from Loki.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, they have help from me too.
And they have help
This
from
group
me.
does.
Same portal making stuff.
And if we already
Who
have
needs
time
portals?
stone and the mine stone, so is that?
I do.
Portals are for weaklings.
Yeah, the mine stone. So hopefully, basically, we hope it's right here. If not, it's right here.
Yeah, fun.
This is a lovely conversation.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he needs to go.
Yes.
I don't think he's given his input. So I think you're pretty good with anything else that goes on with it, right? Yep.
Cool.
So
I have
Fushi is.
Yeah. Fushi out.
Fushi out.
Bye, sushi.
So Doom has gone and rested while you all are figuring out the timeline. And so Fushi's like, my services are done. I gave you all the information I can. Creates a circle, walks through it.
He's going to pack.
All right, Atticus.
I already got my backpack. I'm already packed. You should have packed beforehand.
You're burning the midnight oil. Do you want to try calling Donnie?
Phone a friend.
Go ahead, phone a friend. See if
Are we
he
literally
wants.
calling him?
He actually is about to, yes.
Okay, back to nap time. Okay.
Man, my voice is going out.
Hey, take a picture of it. Phone a friend. He's using the lifeline, guys.
And I'm gonna tell him.
Speakerphone.
Right, that's
Well,
I was gonna wait for him to pick up before I fell.
Oh.
If he picks up.
That'd be awkward. So a number going out on our stream.
Donnie's not available. You want to go check on Creed? It's up to you, Atticus.
What is it?
He's trying to determine how to do the remaining.
Hey man, my character would be saying Asgard sounds fun. We should go Asgard. Asgard.
Well,
Not
I hear
Asgard.
Asgard's great this time of year.
Asgard's great all the time of year.
I mean, we'd hope to get it before then, and if we can't, I guess we can try and get it when it's in
But it's
Asgard.
exotic.
Yeah, you could try that.
We could try.
Try to hit 2012 during Chitauri invasion as well.
Literally back.
And while you're there, go ahead and hit the Mind Stone too.
Try to get the time stone, get the mind stone, and get the space stone.
Try to hit all three at once.
Yep, triple threat. Try to.
Try to.
We'll see how it happens. Because, I mean, it's all in the
Maybe-
trying.
What's the worst that could happen?
We all die. Or, what's the worst that could happen is that we just get underneath else or stand up sooner. Maybe. Right?
Actually, the worst that can happen is you blow up the universe.
That
Oh.
sounds fine.
I thought that was the least worst option.
I mean, it solves the 50% problem.
All right.
Now we have 100%
So,
in the wrong
actually,
direction.
this one is reality, this is power, this is soul. So,
1, 2, and 3. June.
oh yeah, let's put these, let's not put these all together. Oh, that was 3, and this one's 2.
There you go. Alright, so now we do have reality, power, and assault. soul, obviously, you're gonna wait for last.
Because he's with,
We can do that.
Well, the soul one's kind of flexible.
We can do it
oh, okay.
anywhere in this time frame. We're good.
And the
that
power,
one is in power because I doubt you're gonna try to go take it out of Thanos' hand.
I don't know. It sounds fun.
what was that? What?
Well, you could try to take it out of his hand.
No.
Before he has all.
When he has all, he would have 5 at that point.
Yeah, it'll be fine. We'll be good. See it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so that's the power stone that he had. Is,
That's the soul stone.
oh, okay.
Well, now you got the reality stone and the power stone.
And the reality stone, where in point in time is, do I know?
The reality stone.
Because I don't know.
That was about 2014. Yeah.
So it would have been about,
I believe. Yes, the timeline on that one.
reality stone is the, Thor's Dark World.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's where I would, okay.
Yeah, exactly. And that's where you gained your abilities from.
So really, we'd have to jump back in time to 2012, then jump forward in time
It's 2014.
if we did it that way.
2014, and this is 20. Power Stone is 2014 also, I believe.
And where's the Power Stone at specifically? It was on that world?
Let me get you an actual answer here. Hold on.
This is quite comfortable. I don't know why.
I think it's because you're tired.
I'm not even tired.
You're not?
No.
Oh, well, that's good because you're.
When I text you, that was me waking up.
Oh,
Sometime around 3.
well,
I
that's
think it was like 3:30. Because I woke up, I think I texted you, and then I went and took a shower. Which is why it took me
You
time to
take
respond.
Oh, okay,
I
so it's
knew.
2013.
Oh, so it would be 2012, and then if we went for reality, it's 2014. Then we could go to 2013, or we could just go.
Yeah, the reality is 2013. The Power Stone would be 2014.
Oh, we could go 2012, 2013, 2014 if we want.
So back to 2012, then forward some, and then whenever? Is that what
Yeah.
you're trying to say?
Is that the now? Yeah, that's kind of tricky about that because it's in multiple hands at that point because it's actually what's her name? Jane. Yeah, she has the stone. It's in her essentially. But then it changes hands and goes to the Dark Elf, and then from there they actually take it to the Collector after that point. It all happens in the same year.
Man. So if I miss shoot, then that's cool.
Depending on how bad you miss shoot, depends
Yeah.
on what exactly we're doing.
That's what she said.
You're right, it is.
So that could be fun.
Yeah, that's a big question mark right
Yeah.
there.
The Power Stone is on a planet though.
So it's stationary.
Well, yeah, it's on a planet until 2014 when it's picked up by an unknown individual.
Okay.
And then after that, it's in the. After that, after it's removed from its resting place, it goes into the hands of Ronan, the accuser, who's a Kree. And then after that, it goes to Nova Corps. And then to Thanos.
And I'm guessing it would be easier to get in front of planet instead of Ronan or Nevacor.
Yeah.
Or Thanos. And that would be in 2014, so we could try to go 2012, 2013, and then 2014. Of course, the 2013 one is a big question mark, depending on how that goes, how poorly I roll.
And it's Morag. You want to go to the planet, right?
Yeah, I don't want to fight Thanos.
Why not?
Cause that's like, oh.
How many stones does he have at that point? Said 5?
Yeah.
I did.
Alright, so this is your timeline essentially. You're gonna go shoot for 2012 for Time Stone, Space Stone, and Mind Stone.
Yeah.
And then after that, you're gonna go shoot for the Reality Stone. And then shoot for the Power Stone. And Reality Stone is 2013, 2014 is Power Stone, and then Soul Stone is after that. Sometime 2015, 16, whatever. Somewhere close to where 2014 is.
Somewhere that works.
Yeah. And that's how we're hoping it works out.
And with that, you have finally come up with a plan for Time Heist.
Woo!
Alright. Well,
Your time belts are charged and they're ready to go.
I already have my backpack. It's not like I really have my place to go back to.
well, I have my Dark Force suit still. So it's on technically.
Do it.
I have my Dark Force suit still.
Yeah, you do.
I haven't used it yet.
The what?
Donnie's used
So
Dark
instead of
Force.
having the white suits, you guys are going to be walking up there with the black, dark suits.
Yeah.
I'm just in casual clothes right now. I mean, what do you mean suits?
Time travel suits.
I don't have suits.
And I'm gonna have my
Unless
marbles.
you got a spare.
I'm gonna have my marbles.
You have your marbles.
My marbles, my jewels.
I hope you have your marbles doing this.
Yeah. And my camera glasses.
Hey man, time's one of those things I can't really mess with.
Cool, so that's where we are.
Yep.
Fantastic planning session.
Yeah, that took a while.
Yeah, well, that's okay. It's quite a lot that you're doing. So, with that, you have successfully planned a time heist. So, tune in next week.
After the GM actually creates the scenarios, because he had no idea what we were gonna do.
I don't need to create them.
They create themselves, really.
They're already there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but NPCs then.
There's nothing for me to create right now because it depends on how you guys roll. We're shooting for 2012. And we ended in 20... What? How we get 2020? What?
Oh.
Wrong direction.
Wait.
You're going the wrong way with this, Atticus.
Yeah, I didn't mean to minus 2 that roll.
Yeah, don't roll yet. We're not rolling this week. Come on, we'll do that next week.
Yeah, we do it next week. Once we get everybody back together,
Hey, there we go.
you guys will try to pull off this time heist.
Try.
Oh yeah, we will.
Yeah, so tune in next week to see how this goes.
Yeah.
You guys aren't Team X anymore.
I was never T-Bex.
Atticus and Donnie.
Let's see. What would our team name be?
The Revengers.
Oh jeez.
And on that note,
Get out.
On that note, we'll end for tonight.